This is Mara, and I am just giving you a quick video about my doctor and how things are going with him so far. And then I will give you another video here later on about where we're at in the treatment. Our doctor, just to give you a review, we saw a doctor in North Carolina, and he was okay. He wasn't the worst doctor in the world. He did know his stuff, but I think the doctor we're seeing now knows more stuff. Or he's doing things that maybe the other doctor didn't think to do, or, I don't know. It just depends, I guess, on how well they read a file. So the previous doctor, he was okay, and he was about to start us on, sorry, ignore the dog. He was about to start us on some injections. So, but we moved before we had a chance to do that. So that's just a reminder. We've moved to Florida, and in the beginning of August, we saw a doctor in Jacksonville. And Jacksonville is almost 2 hours away from us. So we happen to live kind of out in the boonies. So unfortunately, we do have to drive 2 hours to get to our doctor. He's a pretty good doctor, so I think it's worth it that we are driving the 2 hours to see him. So so we're driving to Jacksonville, which is on the upper coast of Florida, and the place is called Jacksonville Center for Reproductive Medicine, and I'm sure it's probably one of the bigger ones there. There's probably only a few, and this one's definitely one of the bigger ones. There was a place in Gainesville, which is just a smidge closer to us, but after looking at their websites and stuff, I was thinking that this was going to be the better choice for us. So we went to our first appointment, and we saw Dr. LaPerry, and he is, I think he's like around my age, which is scary. So, and I don't know why it's scary. It's just, you think of a doctor as being an older person, and when you walk in the door and they're like your age, or like maybe 10 years older than you, I don't know why. It just makes you feel funny. Or maybe makes some people feel good because they're like, they can understand you better. But yeah, he's not much older than us, I'm guessing, my husband and I. And he's super, super nice. And he definitely seemed like he knew exactly what he was doing. And that made us feel more comfortable, because the previous doctor, while it seemed like he knew what he was doing, he was not as friendly. Like I told my friend, he was a little pricky. So even though he was good, he was very brisk, and like he was like in a hurry and stuff like that, and he kind of seemed like this guy here in Jacksonville, super duper nice. Seems real friendly, knows what he's doing. His staff is actually really super nice, and sometimes you don't find it. Like, you always find like the annoying receptionist or whatever, but everybody here has been awesome. So so I'm really glad about that. It makes it easier to go, because I mean, trying to conceive is stressful, and to have nice doctors and nurses and staff and stuff. We went to our first appointment, and it was really good, and like I said, everybody's real friendly, and they ordered a bunch of tests. Now, I had done a lot of the tests that they were going to order with the doctor previous before we moved, so they didn't have to do every test, but they did some tests that the previous guy didn't do. And I'm not saying that the guy is wrong for not doing those, but it is nice that these that my new doctors here in Jacksonville are maybe a little more thorough. So so they did a few extra tests that I didn't get at the other doctors. And the main one that they did was the blood glucose test, where you take the sugary drink, and then you're sitting there for like 3 hours, and you get your blood tested every 3 hours. So that was the one that they wanted to see how insulin resistant I was. So the doctors, long time ago, back in 2007, knew I was, or assumed I was, but no one had ever done the blood glucose. So this is nice for them to find out just how bad the insulin resistance is. So they did that, and they gave my husband a few tests, and that was it. So it's pretty straightforward. The next appointment they will review the test results and give some treatment options if there is any. And then there's an appointment after that that tells us our treatment period, like what we're going to do to actually produce a child. So that's going to be very exciting to see what it for now. I mean, there's not a lot going on. And once we get our test results back and once we do our treatment appointment, then we will know more. So that is it for now. And I just wanted to let you know how my doctor is and that we think they're awesome. And that's it. So, any questions, you can always email me or comment down below. I will keep watch and respond as necessary. All right, bye.